Yo, you gotta believe to achieve if you handle your business for self. Yo, you gotta believe to achieve to handle business for your YOLO, homie, go all out, no doubt. You know what the hell I'm talking about.
Colonizers just made that thing up. There's indigenous Jews that live there all the whole time.
And
Arabs.
this is like with America. We got a hot button issue. Niggas say Palestine don't exist. It's a made up place.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, it just.
I'm an eagle.
I'm gonna take it to the next step. The land of Canaan doesn't exist because the white man wrote the Bible, nigga.
So who's the real creator? Anunnaki?
There is no real creator. It's basically just a land grab. And I don't know what the fuck the Jews want them rocks and dirt and fucking few olive trees for anyway. I would just
their ancestors live.
Yeah, well, you know what, nigga? That means you believe in the Bible. That means that you. Okay, so let's be realistic now. First of all, this Life in America Casper Bay Show, we'll tip off the block. They accrue it. Ding ding. Blade Runner.
Life in South Central.
Rabbi Blade Runner now, because the nigga about to break out his rabbi hat.
Yeah, I'm like
Jared Levin, leather rabbi. Do you believe in the Bible?
Is that the question?
That's the question. Fuck it. Do you believe in the Bible?
Yes.
Verbatim.
Not verbatim.
The book of Genesis.
No.
Okay. David Pruitt. No. Well, how far you say the Bible goes to where it starts becoming like a science fiction, fantasy, Bilbo Baggins movie?
There's I don't know, because there's so many crazy stories I don't even know where to begin. Like, there's a story, I believe I'm not going to say the book because I'm probably going to get it wrong, but there's a story where this guy is walking along the path there, and these kids start making fun of him. This is in the Bible because he's bald, and he calls out to God, and the children get struck down dead. Like, this is actually in the Bible for making fun of him because he's bald. So I don't know where.
Yeah, LeBron did that to that guy. LeBron did that to.
I don't know where they get this.
Now he out of the league.
He's smiling the other nigga for
LeBron just did that to the guy who's out the league. He said about his hairline, he couldn't play defense, and now he's out the league. Now he's not even in the league.
There you go.
Well, Ding, what do you think about the Bible?
Wow, there's this quote that says like nothing new under the sun, right? I live by that. Like just removes the element of surprise out of a lot of shitty people and shitty situations. But I want to say it's everything about it is a science fiction. Come on, a snake talking to Eve and persuading her to eat apples from your tree. How is that not sci-fi?
And this is what I wanted to really get to. Asians in the Bible. Because see, niggas, we've been bamboozled by the white man for so long that we have been beaten.
Okay, Brother X.
Literally,
Yes, Brother X!
literally beaten into submission to honor the Bible. But when an Asian man look at it, he like, wait a minute, this is not Super Saiyan Jesus. First of all, this is, they're not even in our part of the world. That means that the only part of the world that was existing was wherever the little dirts and rocks and fucking olive trees was at. And that those guys were like, we the only ones, nigga, we are in direct communication, hotline to God, nigga. God, what's up? Nigga,
God's chosen people and made the Asians work.
God chosen people.
No offense.
Now let me tell you something about that. When you say shit like that, then that just gives way to the white man's way of thinking to say that
white
Asians
man.
are.
Why is everything what? First of all,
Because that's
not even white. They're not even white.
Who is that?
In Israel, they're like brown.
Dude, the dudes that we talking about in the Bible and the dudes that say they Jewish right now are not the
because they because you have diaspora. Do you know what that means? Not everybody lives directly over here, especially when you're persecuted. Jews were always outcasted, and so they had to disperse. It's called a diaspora.
Well, like I said, I don't want to.
I know it's a big word. I'll say it.
I don't want to.
Hold on. Diaspora.
I don't want to get into a Jew thing with you. I'm just going to say that now you opened up the field for Asian men to feel persecuted, and that they could say they're devils because they look different.
First of all, Jewish people don't believe in devils. That's all the Christians.
I know. But you could slight them.
And that's also like what you're saying, that militant shit. Devils, no Jewish people ever call people devils. They've been called that's a dangerous word because that's why the Nazis killed them. It's called blood libel.
Let me tell you something.
It's called blood libel.
Whenever you start bringing up the word Nazi to me, I'm just going to say this. It's not in my time frame. It's not in my era. I don't know what a Nazi is, and I don't even know what they believed in. All I know is this. You can't
pick up a book. Go on.
You can't sit here, bro, and try to persecute my conversation because the Jewish man is over there picking, choosing sides with the China man. First of all, there is no Jew man. There is no land of Judah because it's the fucking Bible. It's just a bunch of nomadic people walking around tricking people. If you want to be technical,
but they still settled and they still have villages. If they tricked them, but they still settled down.
They settled down and they bamboozled.
Regardless, everybody bamboozles. It's the way of the world, baby.
And that's how they form their own. Just like
that's the way of man. Everybody bamboozles a little bit.
But when you go to another people's in the year 19 and say, hey, look, what do we want? They could have said, man, we want Vegas. And I'm pretty sure America
want their homeland where they are from.
Because they want them little olive branches in the mountains.
So what's wrong with that? Let them have it.
Hey, and if I was Palestinian,
I know you want the gators in the swamp. I know, but not everybody's like the bayou. No,
if I was Palestinian, I would say, hey, look, y'all can have this shit. We getting the fuck out of here. Have this rocks. We'll go and have 7-Elevens in America. But they want to choose to fight, and that's where we are right now.
And the Muslim all the other Muslim countries don't even recognize Palestine themselves. They don't even support them. They're like, you're retarded. Get out of here. If you're a problem, get out of here.
If these people wanted to do the right thing, I don't see why they just didn't go to South Africa with all the minerals. And somebody could say, hey,
that's not their home. That's not their homeland.
There is no such thing. I mean, in my mind.
Imagine if you could never go back to the bayou. You and your mom just moved out over somewhere else.
Look, man, we live in a cell phone.
No more gators.
We could take pictures.
No more gumbo. No more jambalaya.
No more gator gumbos.
And this is life in America. This is not an argument. This is just people expressing their views. If you believe in a certain thing, have pride in the things that you believe in. Don't
backtrack or
don't backtrack and don't what's that word?
Sugarcoat or
don't give in to the next man's beliefs. Have your own beliefs. Little Tip Rock said, he say, hey, I don't believe in the Bible. I do believe in the Bible. Because
it's not literal because you have to take everything relative.
Right.
You can't talk about molecules in science back then. So you have to make like stories. There's lessons in the stories. Is there really a snake? That's retarded. No snake is going to talk.
Exactly.
That's really retarded. But parables, you use like metaphors.
Yeah, parables and hymns.
Yeah, basically, the guy that smoked out. That's retarded. Nobody really did that. But it's almost like for different eras or past times they make like stories that you can learn. But God still works God can still work in the miracles. It's just that the way that we describe it is retarded.
Now I'll go as far as to say this. I do believe in God. And I do believe in the teachings, the hymns, the psalms, the scripture. Because you have to learn how to live within a society. So all of these things, they pass down so you could learn how to live within a society.
Yeah.
Same just like the Chinese, I'm going to call them prophets, but I was
like Xi Jinping. He's the Chinese
Confucius, stuff like, the old guys, Socrates.
Yeah.
Socrates is Greek.
Yeah, but all those guys who kind of like gave wisdom and knowledge.
Sun Tzu, the way.
So you have all these guys, and it's good to take from it. But this is the problem I have. When you use religion for gain. And I'll just leave it at that.
For gang?
For gang.
Gang.
Like you said, hey, look.
Gang.
You open up a book and you say, hey, at latitude in the year 3 BC, this is our land, homie. And then the other dudes, they like, hey, we've been here for like 75 years, off top. Now it's war and it's been perpetual war.
Because it has to go back. You have to return to the homeland. That's the whole point. That's why they living and surviving.
The reason
Go back
why,
there.
the reason why is
Now
because
everything's like the bayou. Nobody wants to go back there. Other people want to go back to Israel.
the reason why is because the movie we're about to watch on July 21st. Oppenheimer.
Oh, I'm
Oppenheimer, it was one of the guys, after they blew up Nagasaki, Hiroshima, they was like, well, what y'all want? He's like, well, you know what? We want the land of Canaan. He ain't know. He could have said, we want some fucking real fertile land in South Africa, and then we would not even be having this conversation. It would be
Because there's no meaning in it.
It would be
It's
the
just the
Jew
land,
Disneyland
exactly.
over there.
No, but it wouldn't be because it wouldn't have God's blessings.
Ooh, there we go. See,
And that's the-
you
that's
can't
the
have
truth.
both sides. You can't be building up the atomic bomb and then talking about God's blessings. I don't know. Either you're the agent of death or you're the trickster. Which one are you?
Well, because you have to fight evil. You can't just be like peace when there's an evil suicide bomber in Nagasaki. You have to fight it to resent it.
Think nothing
And this
changed.
is like
Because they were like, they were so extreme that they had to shut them out. Now it's like, oh my.
Cause only self is gonna go for self, self needs you, so go for self. Hey, yo, cause only self is gonna go for self, just feeling myself.